Hey, what's up? It's Raven. Here we are with what seems to be the final NFL 2K Playmakers video. If you haven't heard, well, let me take one step back. So, I planned on making a video after Gridiron Giants when the new theme cards were supposed to be announced. Noticed on Discord, nothing happened. As a matter of fact, nothing happened on Discord at all. So I waited a day or two and nothing happened. So then I started reading the comments and people were like, uh-oh, this isn't good. I think the game's shutting down. Well, today is Wednesday, and here we go. Dear Playmakers, we've made the decision to stop supporting NFL 2K Playmakers and focus our development resources on other projects. We will end service on June 30th, 2025, after which access to the game will no longer be available. Effective today, we have disabled in-game purchases. As a thank you to your fans, we are gifting all players 1,000 tokens. Visit the in-game store to claim your currency, limit one per player. Thank you for support and playing NFL 2K Playmakers, blah, blah, blah. First off, they made this game, they put the game out, and they only had a certain amount of, I don't want to say events, because there were no events yet. And they had seasons, and they had a couple. They had Red Zone Rush and whatever the other one was. I forgot what it was. And then they started adding End Zone Rush, and then they added Road to Glory, and then they had ended up with more other events before Game Changers finally released once the season started. Now, when the season started and Game Changer was available, the game was it picked up a lot because people like fantasy football, and this mode pretty much was fantasy football using cards that you earned in the game from events and what have you. But once the season started ending or getting close to ending, people were like, well, okay, that was fun, but what are you going to do once the season's over? And obviously, they didn't have an answer for this. And honestly, if I had to make if I could have given them one idea that maybe could have sustained some sort of player base during the off season, it would be to play, to have your Road to Glories, mostly Road to Glory, I think, and maybe End Zone Rush, but play it. Let's just take Road to Glory for an example. Play it like WWE Supercard. So for those of you who do not play WWE Supercard, when Road to Glory is the event, it gives you have to play a certain amount of matches to win that, and you get a certain amount of points. And when you get that point total, you get that card. And it goes same as this by tier. So if you were to whatever they start at, let's say, Ruby. Let's say they start at Ruby. Well, once you finish the amount of points, you get that Ruby card, and then you get the Sapphire, and then you get the whatever, the Emerald, whatever. I know Emerald's the other way, but you get the point. My idea was you can do that, but you have the NFL license, you have the Players Association license. Why can't you get vintage and legend Hall of Fame players? I can guarantee you that if we were playing Road to Glory this week, right now, and let's just say, for argument's sake, all first round draft picks for the last whatever, however many you want to start at Emerald. I don't know how many tiers there are. Let's say there's 10. You go 10 years back. You start with the 2015 first round draft pick, 2016, 27. You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't we do stuff like that? You're telling me that you wouldn't want to play an event where you can get Deion Sanders, rookie, or I don't know, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Dan Marino. I mean, I'd like to say Bo Jackson, but I don't know. That might be a tough get. But I mean, how? Listen, I don't know if the possibility exists that that was even an option for them to do. But if it was, why wouldn't you go there? Seriously, I can almost guarantee you that people would be more interested in an off-season version of this game if they were playing for their favorite players when they were growing up. Emmitt Smith, Larry Fitzgerald. I'm trying to hit everybody, everybody's favorite team. Jim Brown, Howie Long. I mean, geez, I can't think of anybody. Eric Dickerson for the Rams. I don't know, but you get my point. You could have did a whole for WWE Supercard when they do Road to Glory. They do a theme. This past week they did Road to Glory. I think it was the team Road to Glory, and they did everybody whose name starts with K. But they do a theme. You couldn't tell me you couldn't do all first round draft picks. Hey, all I don't know, all running backs or all wide receivers or all defensive players or I mean the ideas are endless. And why couldn't they do something like that? I really hope somebody from the development team or somebody who works with it watches this video and tells me, hey, that wasn't an option. Okay, if that wasn't an option, I'll shut up. But I mean, I was saying this all through when I started hearing people talking about how are we going to sustain the game once the season's over. I said to myself and I said to whoever wanted to listen, hey, they should do historic cards, legends or whatever, vintage players. Doesn't even have to be like great name players, just older players. It keeps some. Are you using the same events? Yes, but you're making it more appealing to players. You know what I'm saying? A lot of biggest comments I've seen in Discord and on Reddit are that, or even on Twitter, you guys didn't listen to us. You're right. They didn't. I don't even know what to say. They didn't listen to the fan base. And I can't say that I heard everybody's ideas or I heard any ideas. I really just had my own. But, you know, why? Why didn't you listen to the fan base? And now here we are with no game. And my favorite part is that we've disabled all in-game purchases, but we're going to give you 1,000 tokens. For what? What are we buying if you've disabled in-game purchases? I mean, call me dumb. Maybe I'm misconstruing what they're trying to say, but even if, why would I want to spend 1,000 tokens on this game when it doesn't even matter? There's no event, Oh, but there's still forward progress, though. They didn't shut that off. I mean, they said they disabled all in-game purchases. Well, you know what? You know what's pretty funny? It's 155 gold here, or whatever, or for this Raheem Mostert here, who is. Oh, these are all the theme cards, I guess. Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and then T.J. Watt. But they literally just said that they got rid of that. Oh, man. All right. So in my mailbox here, what do I have? Let's see what rewards I did get. So I have a couple of daily challenge rewards, which we don't care. Bijan Robinson and a mouth guard. There was a lot of problems with this game, and it's just annoying how they never fixed anything. They added cards, which I'm always all for adding cards to the game. But you added cards to the game. without telling anybody. I remember when one day I randomly pulled Devontae Adams from the Jets. I was all excited, yeah, but he wasn't in the game. He just randomly showed up. Here's my Gridiron Giants reward from last week. Will Disley, Bryce Baringer, a play, some thigh pads, and 5,000 tokens. And I came in 841. And is anything in the inbox? No, there's nothing there. Here's my 1,000 tokens. Here's my free daily. Like they literally said that we're gonna. I feel bad for people who spent money on this game and pretty much got screwed. Oh look, they actually hit it end zone rush. I didn't even realize that. Nobody's playing this. Nope, somebody's playing. 10,000 points here. And you're playing for. No, not even a card. Not even a card. No milestone rewards either. Oh, yeah, there is. No, it's literally none. It's just this TJ Watt. And the event ends in 2 days. Yeah, I mean, so what is this? My account information. Nobody wants to know that. So, I mean, there you go. So, my idea was to add vintage players, legends, Hall of Famers before, they could have did a Road to Glory. Like, literally, they could have did a Road to Glory for the draft. They could have did the first 10 draft picks. Like, why? Why? People would be interested in that. And listen, you can put in the comments, tell me, nope, I'm not really interested in that. And again, okay, I'd be interested in that. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but I feel like if you were playing for Deion Sanders, you know, I used to play NHL Supercard back, God knows when, how long ago that game was. And before they closed down, the last event they did was a Road to Glory. I don't know, they called it something else, but it was a Road to Glory built exactly like WWE Supercard, and all the reward cards were Yarmer Yager, but just on different teams because he played for 100 different teams. Guy's 50-something years old. He's still playing. I'm not even joking. But that was awesome. I was like, I grinded that even though the game was closed. I'm like, I want all these Yarmer Yager cards. That was awesome. All the way up to his top card, which was his rookie year on the Penguins. But why couldn't we do something like that? It's simple, you know? And now we have no game to play. So now I've literally made, I think this is going to be my 110th video, over 100 videos on this game. And I appreciate all of you that stuck with me. I've noticed that my viewership, my videos have gone down, and that's because people aren't playing anymore. People aren't playing anymore because it got stale, it got boring. Game Changers is over. But again, you wanted to breathe life in this. You wanted to try to sustain this for another season. Could have just did something simple like added older players in the game. And listen, today's players, maybe they don't know who Dan Marino is. I mean, but I mean, it's something, it's something different. WWE Supercard adds new cards to the game all the time. They have something called quests where they're giving you special edition cards and you can actually attain them for free, believe it or not. Well, this game did nothing like that. Even if they were just going to do a simple, like this end zone rush for this TJ Watt card, maybe they did there was side quests, with the daily challenges here. Maybe there was another tab where it was a side quest where you could get JJ Watt. How about that? He's not in the game. You can get a JJ Watt card. You don't think people would spend money to get that? Absolutely. Dumb. It's just dumb. I don't understand why And I'm always ranting and raving. People are like, why do you even care? Because I really like this game, you know? And here we go. Another game down the tubes for, I used to play NFL Clash. We all know all my NFL Clash. Shout out to you guys that are still around. And again, in the beginning, they listened to what we had to say and they implemented a lot of things that we wanted. As a matter of fact, they actually would actually sit there and put polls in the Discord. Hey, what player do you want next? We'd all vote, and there it was. The player was right there. But then towards the end, they stopped listening to us, and then people stopped playing, and the game shut down. I don't think they ever listened to us here. There was a Discord, but I don't really recall anybody say, I can't say that I was that. My battery's dying. Can't say that I was that active in the Discord, but I did read it, and I don't remember too much communication between, the people in charge and just regular you and me. So anyway, so this is my last video. Where we go from here, I don't know. I have an idea, and I don't know, how popular it's going to be, but we'll see. So maybe I'll take like a week off, and I mean, I still have baseball, but we'll see. My last baseball video. I had over 200 views, and I just did a pack opening. So we'll see what happens. But gaining a lot of special packs takes a while. I love football. I like these kind of games. I got to see what I'm going to do from here on. So I would appreciate those of you that have stuck with me this long to stick with me, and we will figure something out. The channel's not going to die like this game, like the last two games. And I did play NFL Rivals, but after a while, it just got ridiculous because I could. It just again, I complained about iPad support, and it just you can't even play a game. It just crashes and crashes and crashes to the point where I was just not even interested anymore. And I actually spent money in that game. But anyway, who cares? So we're moving on. I'll be back soon. We'll figure it out. But again, thank you everybody who has watched my videos, liked my videos. I appreciate all of you. Please stick with me. We will figure something out. Give me some time. And until that time, so please subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, tell me what ideas you might have had to keep this game going. And, we'll be back soon. So hang in there. So there goes my Jade season that I was gonna do. So I'm probably just gonna delete the game because it's I don't care anymore. It's this is the biggest slap in the face from a developer to a customer. You know, hey, even if it was like, hey, things aren't going so good. You got any ideas? Stuff like that. But we didn't even make it to the top tier. Anyway, I can rant and rave all day. We're done here. I will see you all real soon. Again, thank you for everything. Please hang out, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you again real soon.